Hello and welcome to Business Sense. I'm Ralph Rivas. Today I'm in BGC and I'm about to talk to Lazada Philippines CEO Carlos Barrera. I've seen photos of their office, quite nice, and I look forward to see it myself. So, tara! Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi.
Welcome to Lazada.
Beautiful space. So, tell us which one is your favorite part? Or, sige, the muna. This
This is just
part.
the reception side. I like the free shipping one, the last one. You see our garden, and then these are very close to our heart because these are the main initiatives that we have. Free shipping, especially something that everyone knows.
Okay. So, the names of the rooms are fast delivery, free shipping, and then last mall one.
After last mall.
Yeah. So, and anything, all the features of the app.
Yeah, we name every room after something that the platform is known for. And it's a good way for everyone to remind ourselves of what we're trying to achieve, right? And then we have here the map with all the other offices.
Ah, this one. Yeah, but this one first.
Yeah,
Your
Lassie,
mascot,
our
the Lassie.
mascot, yeah. It's amazing to see how Lassie has grown. And we give these stuffed toys, we give a lot of these to our partners, to friends, and we even sold them for a while. There's so much demand. I'll show you later.
And then this one is a mural of
All the different offices, right?
different offices.
You can see how we have
So
Thailand, Indonesia.
Thailand, yeah. Okay.
We then have our new office in Spain, which we also opened as part of the group.
So do you need to draw them in? Or
They're there. We have to
they're
make
here.
it a little
Yeah,
bigger
yeah,
just to
yeah.
make sure we include them.
And then this space.
We use this normally for events. When we bring
events,
sellers, every single day we have some events with partners, with sellers. A lot of affiliates also. You know how people are influencers. They're recommending items on Lazada. So yeah, it's always busy here.
Free coffee, free.
Yeah, free coffee,
breaks,
free
anything.
breakfast. People come quite early, so we give them some breakfast.
Oh,
And
no,
then
I
use
love
the
this
garden.
space, the
Yeah.
garden, yeah. So you share the floor with Manila House, right? Or
This side is all
this-
ours.
okay, yeah.
So we wanted to keep it this way to have more events and more activities, right?
So where's your office? Let's go to your office.
I don't have an office, but we can go to each floor. I spend
Why don't you have
I sit
one?
with everyone.
You're the big
Ah.
boss here. You don't have an office.
no, I sit with everyone, and then we have a lot of events and activities with partners. So I normally just hop in between some of the floors and spend a lot of time with partners in these rooms.
So
So
how-
here's Last Beauty. I was telling you earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Beauty is one of the most important things for us. You will see any given day we have a lot of trainings, a lot of events with partners.
So again, tell me how that works again. You don't have an office because usually leaders want their me time. They want to focus on something, anything, but you don't have one. Why is that?
I focus on some things at night, or I focus on things in between meetings, but I generally think our business is really very hands-on. It's all about the details. So it helps me when I spend time sitting on the floor with everyone, especially I sit normally in the morning with the commercial team, in the afternoon with the buyer team. It really helps me also understanding, seeing what's happening, and spending more time with sellers. It helps you developing a better appreciation of how the business works and what are the pain points, right? I was talking to you about buyer experience, all the things we want to do. If you really want to see that, you have to be sitting there with the customer care team, listening to the challenges with our marketing team. So it's not so much about focus time. I feel it's more about being close to the business, right? And the reality is that as a company, we try to be very frugal and hands-on. So it's better for us to do it this way. Go ahead.
So, what is this space? Oh,
Yeah, this is just our live streaming studio. So
oh, that is
we
nice.
try to create always spaces to help people streaming, selling, and having better conditions to show and highlight the items, right?
So have you tried? Have you tried selling?
Yeah, I've done this. All of us have to do it. I've done this quite a few times. And when you look at our business, as I was sharing earlier, right, we're in the business of building businesses. We want to give opportunities to every Filipino to make money on Lazada. So if you don't have a shop, if you are not selling items, you can also recommend. You can become an affiliate, you can stream, you can send the product links to your friends and earn on that, right? So live stream entertainment have been growing a lot over the last 2-3 years. We pioneered live stream in the Philippines, but we felt that if we wanted to stay relevant, we had to improve the quality. So what we've done now is, you see this beautiful studio. It's like a TV set, right?
Yeah.
We create these solutions and we bring the best influencers every single day. We have hundreds of sessions to highlight these items. So if you're a brand or a seller, you don't have to worry. You send us the items and you know that you can choose the best influencers in the country to sell that and to stream from a TV class studio, right?
How would you describe your leadership style? Well, you already hinted that you don't have an office. You really want to talk to the employees, the people here in the office, and spend time with them. So, how would you describe that approach?
I think it's not just my leadership, it's really the company culture, right? So we are very hands-on, very close to the sellers, to the buyers, very approachable. There's no mamser, there's no distance, there are no different perks. We all have the exact same mindset, and I visit sellers every day. It's a culture of really believing in that what we are here to do is to help others and to build this business. So all the way to our chairman, to our CEO, when they come here, they're all the same. Very, very casual, very down to earth. And when you look at the reason why e-commerce and Lazada have grown so much in the Philippines, I think that plays a very important role. People feel that this is not intimidating, that this is something they can do, and they know that we're going to be here to walk through the journey with them and to support them.
Who's the ideal employee?
We want to have people that care deeply about what they do. I believe that you can learn about the business, but it's very hard to teach passion. So you need people that have the fire, that really want to get something done, that are able to learn things quickly and to try. E-commerce is all about trying. You need to develop an appreciation for the product, for the app, to experiment, and to constantly look at the trends and be very close to the sellers. So we want people that are very driven, that are really good at technology, that are very aware, not just of e-commerce, but all the apps, consumer apps. They know how to get a car online, how to order food. They understand how experience works, because we are after that type of experience. And people that are very analytical, because we are solving problems that nobody else has solved. We have very unique set of circumstances, right? Cash on delivery, provincial, very, very fragmented provincial landscape. So we need people that can think outside the box and that can break down problems. So problem solving, discipline, we really like to have a young workplace where very young people can thrive and can grow very fast, right? When you look at our average age, it's at 26. And we have many young people in very important responsibility roles because they have proven themselves, right?
Yeah. So how do you correct something that you don't like naman in any project, or I don't know? Yeah.
I think the first question is whether something has to be corrected because I don't like it, right? Oftentimes we make mistakes. One thing that really makes us special is that we're always trying things. So we fail quite often, right? Because any given year we try 30, 40, 50 projects, right? And majority of them will actually not work. And when I say many of them will not work out, some of them are pretty catastrophic, like we lose money, or we upset customers, or we have to stop it midway because we run into some challenges. But I don't necessarily feel the need to correct that, because you also want people to experiment and to try things, right? Of course, there are certain safeguards, and I want to correct it when it's putting the company at risk, or it's probably upsetting a lot of the customers, a lot of the buyers. So we try to experiment at a smaller scale. But the way we try to correct things is normally within a certain time frame. So after a quarter, after 6 months, we review the pilot, we have a postmortem, and then we figure out whether something has to be stopped or has to be adjusted and pivoted. But as a company, I think the main reason why we have succeeded in the Philippines is because those projects that we tried that work out pay for 100 of those that did not, right? The things that work out well, like priority delivery, like live stream, become huge contributors to our business, right? Like 30% of our items are today on priority delivery, right? 20% of our users watch live stream. So these things are just so big and so successful that if I had stepped in and tried to correct them too early, we may have not been able to roll them out and to maximize them, right?
Yeah, speaking of features, I think one of my favorite features now is you just point and you just take a video through the Lazada app. Let me just pull it up here. And then it will, like for example, this chair.
Yeah.
For example, I want this chair. I just take a photo of it.
Yeah.
And then it shows me the
closest, the exact model, right?
Exact model, or at least the closest.
And the lookalikes, yeah.
Yeah, so wow.
Yeah, image search is very important. And actually, image search is very, very critical, especially for fashion. Because when you look at electronics or more standardized type of items, it's very easy to get a quick view of what you're getting. But when you look at fashion, lookalikes, or furnitures, it's so hard to actually type that. So image search is very, very accurate, and it helps removing a lot of the friction.
Yeah, I just scanned your blue code, and it shows here. It's just under 400 pesos, but definitely this.
Very good results. Yeah,
very good results.
See, and I pay a lot more if I had bought it on Lazada. This is kind of old, but if I had bought it on Lazada, it would be much more affordable.
Yeah. So, Carlos, during the pandemic, everybody was buying stuff online. There was really an e-commerce boom. And now that the restrictions have eased, there was a bit of a slowdown. So what's the story now in e-commerce, and what's driving growth?
Well, I'm very happy to share that there was no slowdown for us. What we did see was a change in behavior. So while it is true that during the pandemic, people were buying higher value items, and a lot of items for their house, electronics, appliances, what we saw now is that there are a lot more people buying, and they tend to buy more frequent purchases, right? So groceries, beauty, mother and baby, some fashion items. So what we saw is that the frequency actually shot up because people got used to buying online, but most of the purchases are normally smaller, relatively cheaper items, but a lot more frequent. So people sort of build that habit where they feel that it's easier to come maybe twice or thrice a month and buy different things instead of just having that one big purchase, right? So beauty is driving a lot of growth. Mother and baby, especially milk formula, diapers, a lot of the young moms that are very strong buyers. We have our Mother and Baby Club where we give them the best discounts and a lot of the unique brand deals, even try and buy. And we have also seen very good momentum around groceries and fashion.
Now, with that trend, what does it mean for Lazada's strategy now? How aggressive? Tell us a bit of, your strategy, or a bit of business secret.
Well, we've always wanted to differentiate by having the best experience and really driving the next level service, right? So when you look at Lazada, we've been here for almost 15 years, right? And we've always tried to do the next set of things that were not obvious, that were quite difficult, but that would allow us to take the market to the next level. So for example, we launched our own logistics service. We built our transport company many, many years ago to make sure that we could deliver faster, right? And now that we're reaching this new wave where e-commerce is actually very normal and very widespread across the country, our mission is to differentiate and to run the next set of services. So this year, it's all about buyer experience. We have been totally transforming how we run the business. So when you look at the app, when you look at even the internal, when we walk later, you'll see the internal communications. everything we do this year will be best price, best experience. So we rewired many of our processes. We launched our guaranteed priority delivery, where we deliver within 48 hours in GMA, Metro Manila, and we have compensation in case we don't meet those standards. We launched our lowest price guarantee, where we have a lot of mechanics, modules, and products that are at the lowest price, and we will also proactively compensate you if you don't reach it. And we totally changed our returns and refunds process. So today we have fast refund, money back guarantee, instant refund for most of the items, and then we allow you to return up to 30 days. So we're really trying to make it seamless to buy online and to build that very clear, predictable service, right? And we're also investing a lot on removing friction. So we grew our payments business quite a lot. We launched our last pay later, where we have many options to finance your items with very, very low rates. Actually, for a lot of these items, you have 0% interest rate, especially with big brands, with big product launches. And we're trying to remove friction every step of the way to have that best price, best experience mindset, and really make it easy to shop anywhere in the Philippines.
I think that's something that customers would that's really something good to hear, that we are able to resolve those issues. I remember during the pandemic, the promise was usually 2 days, and then it became 7 days, and then it became a month. So now that I think, is the supply chain doing better these days, or are they still choke points?
Well, our average delivery during the pandemic was actually 4 to 5 days, but it was very hard to forecast because the entire transport landscape was not ready, right? The reality is that as we grow our business, we need to continue to invest. People don't know this, but we have hundreds of hubs all over the Philippines, and we have thousands of delivery partners that help us doing this, right? But during the pandemic, there were a lot of peaks and a lot of unpredictable spikes, so that slowed down certain deliveries, but we were able to very quickly catch up. Actually, even within 2021, we already managed to go back to delivering in 3-4 days, and we have continued to improve, right? So today, supply chain has improved a lot. The transport landscape has also gotten much better, right? We work with different partners all over the Philippines, even provincial partners that are growing very well. But we've also invested a lot in the market, growing our fleet, expanding the operations. We have several sorting centers, we have more warehouses. So the infrastructure has really gotten much, much better across the board. And also, I feel what really makes a difference is that the sellers continue getting better. So we have invested a lot on providing services for sellers, are fulfilled by Lazada, a lot of the value add like priority delivery, but also the sellers have done this on their own. So as we continue to grow with our sellers, and there are hundreds of thousands of sellers, what we've seen is that they're also way more reliable, they fulfill much faster, and they have improved significantly their infrastructure as well, right?
Mm. Now, the big hype these days is, all this talk about generative AI. What is it doing in the e-commerce space, and what are you doing in Lazada? Anything interesting that you're doing? What are you doing that the competition is not doing in terms of generative AI?
Well, we do think that this is a big, big wave, and we are very invested in this transformation, right? When you look at the transformation of e-commerce over the past few years, we went through several waves, right? We went through the marketplace, the social and entertainment wave, and we believe that AI is definitely the next big thing, right? We're very lucky because we're part of Alibaba Group, so we spend a lot of time with them, and we really learn from them and replicate a lot of the processes, right? So today there are many ways that we are going to leverage AI to improve buyer experience, right? For example, today when you look at our app is totally personalized, and we're using AI already to predict many of the behaviors there. So every single user has a totally different app, different modules, different recommendation engine. When you look at the Just For You module, you see totally different items. Even the way that we run our entertainment. So we have hundreds of live streams every day. Some of them are AI generated, and some of the content is automatically filtered, right? Even one of the most interesting use cases now is when you look at our last look or our last like, some of the trendy selections, the personalized modules, they will generate very different results depending on the trends that you like, right? And that's more on the buyer side, but actually on the protection, on the backend side, we use AI for many different things. On any given day, our AI is constantly screening for potential fraudulent listings, problematic items, and we keep the platform very clean of fakes or any counterfeit items, because AI has actually made it much, much easier to spot these challenges at scale. And for a platform like Lazada with hundreds of millions of items, we do need these tools to protect our buyers and to keep the backend safe.
Yeah, actually, that was going to be my next question, because there's a lot of fake stuff online, and I can only imagine it's quite a nightmare to manage. But again, you already answered a bit on that. But can you elaborate? What are the mechanisms in ensuring that the bad stuff don't get sold on the platform?
We've always been very clear about the way we want to use both our tools and to continue cleaning the platform and making sure that we don't have fakes, right? So we have a very, very strong commitment as Alibaba Group to avoid fakes and to protect brands. So there are two different things. One is the proactive approach, where we work very closely with brands. We have thousands of brands in our IP portal, the intellectual property portal, constantly flagging any items that are violating their IPs, and we automatically take them down. And that is a big part of our commitment, because we sign these MOUs, even with IPOFIL, with a lot of the organizations, to show that we're committed to protecting the IP. Part of the proactive as well is that whenever we work with top brands, we proactively shield the platform from anyone using those keywords, right? So we are the exclusive distributor of Nike in the Philippines, and when we work with them, we don't allow anyone else to use those keywords, right? Then there's the reactive approach, which I think it's also a very important part of this buyer defense mechanism. So anytime anyone has a problem and they raise this to the platform or they complain about this item, we proactively review, we reactively take it down and investigate, and then penalize in case there's anything happening. And we've rolled out our new platform intervention approach, where the moment a customer complains or even chats with a seller, we monitor if they have been taken care of. And in case they're not taken care of, we automatically refund them and send them a voucher to apologize. So we've been spending quite a bit of money on apology vouchers, but we've seen very good traction and very positive feedback, because people are shocked to see that Lazada is taking care of them, even reactively when something happens. And I feel like that's a good way of showing how committed we are to fixing this issue, right? We are known as the most trusted platform, and especially for last mall, we roll out our last mall guarantee, where we have the best-in-class experience, and we proactively pay back customers and issue vouchers if the experience hasn't been up to the last mall standard that they expected.
How are people choosing stuff lately? Are they more on video? Do they prefer, I don't know, still read the text or photos? And what's the trend, and how are you leveraging on that?
So the reality is that e-commerce has almost replaced search. We see a lot of people searching on Lazada when they want to browse and look for products and look for things, right? So e-commerce is still very, very search heavy. A majority of the transactions that happen within the app are coming from some form of search. And people still like to use text or even voice search. Actually, we rolled out our image search, so people just take pictures, and that automatically gives them a lot of the recommendations, right?
I haven't tried that yet.
You should. It's very, very easy. You just click within the app. And especially for outfits, I see a lot of people that like this. They like your outfit, they click, and they automatically get recommended all the lookalike items, right? So there are a lot of innovations. But the reality is that today, when we look at the current market, there's a strong demand for entertainment and engagement, right? So more and more people want to live stream, they want to check videos, and they want to discover, right? So we've invested very heavily on entertainment and videos. And there are three main things that we're doing. One is live streaming. Our live stream is known for quality. So all our live streams are very high quality, run by our affiliate partners, by KOLs, by influencers that are recommending these items. So it looks like a TV show, very, very curated, very, very exciting. Second is our last like. So we have video reviews and video format, short video format that's used for product discovery and to highlight attributes, where people are seeing unboxing, recommendations, a lot of video formats, right? And then the last one on entertainment are games. We have rolled out more than 10 games, and we get people to come back and to experience those products within the games. So we have product insertions within the games. Today we have more than 30 million people playing all these games, and we reward a lot of the games and the experience with coins. So people can actually end up earning quite a lot of money playing. I play quite a few games, and on a daily basis, I'm earning like 60, 70, 80 pesos. So we have been investing on the end-to-end aspect of videos and new discovery, because we believe that's a way to take product seeding to the next level.
So, growth prospects for Lazada, where is Lazada headed to? Any numbers that you can share? Yeah.
We will continue to grow, and we believe that there's so much opportunity in the Philippines. When you look at the e-commerce space today, depending on how you slice it, we're reaching about 14 to 15% penetration in the Philippines. This is impressive because I remember when I came here 10 years ago, we were low single digit, right? 1, 2%, but it's still very, very small compared to the benchmark. Let's say Singapore, South Korea, China, of course, but even Indonesia, it's significantly higher, almost more than double. So we believe that this will continue to transform. We have very big plans to go much deeper into the provinces, especially in Visayas and Mindanao, where we're seeing very strong momentum. And we want to continue to invest in providing better experience, getting closer to the buyers. That's where we're building hundreds of hubs and taking this type of experience of last mile priority delivery to the next level. At the same time, when you look at the business mix, there's a lot we can do with groceries. We launched our last mart, we've grown our last mart, and there's a lot more we're doing there, slowly adding new product categories like fresh, frozen. There's a lot more we want to do with fashion, trendier items. And when you look at our clubs, we have more than 6 million people that are part of one of the Lazada clubs. Beauty, mother and baby. So we believe that can be the next level where we offer best-in-class try and buy, new freebies, and we seed new products and get people to really experience the joy of buying online. So we're very, very bullish about the market. We think the next 2-3 years will still drive a lot of growth, but it is true that it will be much more sustainable growth, right? So in the past, we saw e-commerce was growing a lot through many promotions, advertising. Now, we still give a lot of good promotions, but a lot of the growth is also going to happen in a much more sustainable way, investing together with the brands, having different items, and basically driven by experience. So we believe that now that the market is a bit more commoditized, there's more competition, the way the growth will happen is really coming from organic buyers that are very happy with their purchases, that trust Lazada, and that have that loyalty because they know that the experience is best in class.
Yeah, so looking forward to more products and definitely faster delivery time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Let's continue the conversation. Download the Rappler Communities app and join the Money Channel. This has been another episode of Business Sense. I'm Ralph Rivas. Thanks for watching.